I just want to bless God for this opportunity to share with you from my country and my personal life experience. We have been at war in Liberia since December 24, 1989. 14 years, Liberians killed themselves because of lack of knowledge. That's how I term our war. It is because we did not know who we are, what it meant to be a Liberian, and how important it was to be a Liberian. And the value we have, we did not appreciate. What we have, we wanted more. And for this reason, greed for power, selfishness, self-interest was the order of the day. We decided to kill each other for no reason. Because if we had reason for war, for fighting among ourselves, we would have the opportunity to improve the status of women and children in our country. But after 14 years, we did not see any improvement in our country until 2005, when we elected Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as President of the Republic of Liberia. So women of worldwide legacy, I want to let you know that women have power and we can make a difference in every given situation, whether be it good, be it bad. This is the message I have for you this morning from my country. And from my personal experience, my journey started when I was 10 years old, when I was engaged to my husband at the age of 10, 1970. We were in school, and his parents wanted me to be wife to their son. They went to my parents, and I was engaged at the age of 10. And I got married to my husband December 17, 1984. After 11 years of marriage, in 1995, May 3rd, my husband was taken from the house and killed by his own kinsmen, only because he was a soldier. And he told me, I'm a soldier, and you should expect me to die anytime. And for those women who are in the Arab world, if you are married to a soldier, be prepared to be a widow anytime. My story, my husband was taken from the house on May 1st when he went to the office by his own cousin, his sister, his mother, sister's son. So they were first cousin, pretended that he came to visit us, and he was wishing to see us after the hostility that was in Monrovia. And he asked that he should take him to where we have the border with the soldiers of the government and the rebels. And after he took him, he was arrested by the rebels and taken across rebel line. From May 1st, 1995, I have not seen my husband. But what is encouraging is, I took my circumstances as a challenge to forge ahead. And this has given me the power to tell my story, to become an example to other women in my country, to let them know no matter what happened to you, everything that happened to us as human beings, it is the will of God. And as Christians, Jesus said to us, take your cross and follow me. And I felt, and I still feel, the death of my husband is my cross that I'm bearing. And I want you to know I had a son that was 7 months old, and my daughter was 5 years old when my husband was killed. But God, in his own mercy, his grace, that is sufficient for me, that was sufficient for me in 1995, is still sufficient for me today. And I just want to appreciate, before I take my seat, and tell you about this cross. The White Sea of Female. Is Lisa in our midst? Please stand. Today I'm brave and angry and strong to stand before you and explain my story because of the courage, the encouragement, the prayers, and the love that have been shown to me by the Secretary General of Finland, YWCA, Perry Lisa. She encouraged me to be brave to explain my story. It was difficult. And I want you to know that it's difficult to forget. It's easy to forgive, but it's difficult to forget. As I walk the streets of Monrovia each day to do my job, to speak to young women, and I see those who afflicted this everlasting memory of losing my husband. Even though I ask God to forgive them, but it's difficult to forget. We came a long way, we were friends, my husband and I. And it was like we were sister and brother. We were always sharing fun. And I can tell you, I was a blessed woman to have a husband who was scary. And even as I speak to you today, I still feel my husband is still around because of the love he shared with me and the encouragement he gave to me to work. This is the bullet that was used to kill my husband. The bullet we used in Liberia to kill ourselves. The bullet that divided the families in Liberia. The bullet that is killing people today in Libya. The same bullet that is being used in Pakistan. The bullet that is used in the Arab world today. But I want to say from Liberia, we can use the bullet to create peace and sustainable peace in our world. We have used this bullet as a symbol of peace because war is not the answer to any problem. War is meant for destruction. War is meant to traumatize people. War is meant for hatred. So sisters, as you look at the cross in my hand today, I want you to be an ambassador of peace, of sustainable peace in the world. And to the worldwide YWCA, I want us to use the example of Liberia, to use the Buddha cross to bring peace in the Arab world. We have sisters and brothers, mothers and children that are being killed today. The road is tough. It will be tough to bring peace, but with God, all things are possible. Let us forge ahead. When peace, like a river, it tested my way, I knew I had a God. And peace be still, peace be still. Thank you. Before I take my seat, I would like to call upon the World YWCA President, the World YWCA Secretary General, the YWCA of Zurich, and the YWCA of Finland to please come as we symbolize this cross